Hi guys, how's it going? Caitlin here and welcome to my kitchen for another week of meal prep. I hope you're excited. Meal prep is honestly a love yourself later activity, and you're gonna love yourself when you have 3 meals ready to pull out of the fridge and throw together in no time. I won't have to rely on motivation to get dinner done for you. On the menu this week, we have spaghetti and meat sauce, we have cool and crunchy chicken tacos, and spring roll bowl. So if it sounds good to you, sounds good to me. Let's get her done, shall we? I have 3 varying levels of prep depending on your time constraints and perhaps your level of motivation, okay? But if you do want to get the time to table results you see in the meal plan, you're gonna want to go all the way with me to level 3. So I am going to start with something in level 3. Level 3, it's something that can do itself while you're doing other things, and that's one great way to gain some extra time back through your week, okay? So I'm going to cook up some chicken. Yep, cooking up some chicken. You can cook it whatever way you want. If you want to use the air fryer, if you want to grill it, you can do whatever you want to do. I am putting mine just into pressure cooker. And why? Because it's extremely hands-off, it's extremely lazy, and that is just the way I roll. If you do not have a pressure cooker because you're afraid that your kitchen is going to blow up, I promise you, they're not as bad as you think that they would be. I think the first few times I ever used mine, I did leave the house. Just because, once upon a time I had salt and pepper shakers. Just because I was kind of worried, if the house blew up, I didn't want to be in it when it blew up. All those normal things that one worries about. There we are. I just hid them from myself. That's okay. So, pressure cooker, very hands-off, very efficient. It is probably one appliance that I use more and more and more the longer I have it, because it's like you just learn different tricks to do with it. You can back me up here if you're a pressure cooker lover like I am. It's great for when you really don't have your proverbial stuff together and you just need something to get done quick. It is perfect for that. If you forgot to thaw something, perfect for that. So I do need to put some water in with it to make sure that it cooks. You want to make sure that you have at least a cup of water in your pressure cooker whenever it's running. Here we go. Turn it to poultry, press start, and it is just that simple. Gotta love simple like that. I'm just gonna give my hands a quick wash. I don't think I touched anything gnarly. It's kind of my mission in life not to touch the gross raw meat. I will dirty 4 tools. I think that would be my maximum. I would dirty 4 tools to not touch any raw meat in a dish. Don't know where that name came from, but it's the one I'm standing by right now. Okay, I'm gonna go start doing some stuff in level 1 now. So level 1, it's a lot of veggie prep, okay? Just preparing those veggies, getting them ready. You can just, go ahead and chop your onion with a knife. I'm going to chop mine in a little food processor here. Yeah, that's what I'm doing, food processor. Why? Because it's lazy. And I love my food processor. If I ever became a millionaire, I'd just be buying food processors for everybody. It'd be like my sign that I hit it big. The blade in this one though, it goes up and down, which means that it processes way more efficiently. It doesn't get like under processed at the top and over processed at the bottom. It just all processes, which is lovely. I might want to grab an extra onion, honestly. I'm kind of thinking of doing a double batch of the spaghetti. It's easy enough to do a double. I'm going to do a double. I know, just winging it as I go along. But it's like, spaghetti is just one of those really easy ones because my kids love it. I can always put extra veggies in it. And they just eat it happily. And I am lucky, like my kids, they're really not picky eaters. They will eat almost anything. And even like we went family vacation to Portugal this year. Whenever you go somewhere different, you're going to experience different food, same foods prepared differently, that type of deal. We're Canadian. Being served like a pink in the middle hamburger is not an experience you get in Canada. Meanwhile, that is an experience that you do get in many other countries, including Portugal. So my kids, like we order them a hamburger, you know, places, they'd get it and they just look at it because they're like, you can see them processing like, huh, this looks different. But they ate it. There was not a word of complaint, not an ew, what's this, nothing. And I was like super proud because kids can naturally be pretty, oh, me versus onion, onion is winning. Kids can naturally be pretty picky. They did so good. So I'm lucky that they're not picky, but I still do have to find ways to sneak the veggies into them because I want to make sure that they're having lots. And having lots of veggies is not their go-to. Fruit, however, they're good with. Whew. I'm going to chop up a pepper after I'm done crying. It's one of the underrated things about meal prep. It's a nice excuse to have a cry. Everybody needs a good cry sometimes. It's like cathartic, it's therapeutic. Didn't know it, but you're getting an emotional release at the same time as you're meal prepping. If you had to pause the video, take some time to yourself, that's okay too. If you're wondering, is this girl off her rocker? A little bit. Doesn't mean I'm wrong. Still like half blind from the onion tears. Okay. Looks good. If you have like any leftover veggies in your fridge, now is a great time. If you wanted to sneak them in with your spaghetti, just do it. Because you can hide so much in there, especially if you have a food processor and you're just, you know, chopping it on up. So rather than having something go bad in your crisper, if you get little odds and ends and stuff, now's a great time to be like, I wonder how that's going to work. It's going to work fine. Just pulverize it and throw it in there. It's going to be great. I think that's all I need that for right now. Ooh. Okay. Next. Gonna do some julienning. I'm gonna be using my Rapid Prep mandolin to do the julienning because, once again, it's quick, it's efficient, and vegetable peeler. There you are. Now I considered waiting until the day of to do all the julienning. But my mandolin's really easy. It goes in the dishwasher anyway. So I thought, well, might as well just, you know, get her done. Call it a day. Like the peppers and the carrots, they'll be fine julienne before. I'm just gonna julienne some other things closer to or on the day of. That way, so I just figured if I did the cucumbers now, they'd be like soggy and weird. My mangoes might be soggy and weird. I'll just bust this bad boy out again because it's really no trouble. Like if I wanted to cut it up the other way, I guess I could, but I know myself. It's not going to happen. Okay. Oh, guess I should make sure it's on the right setting first. Oh, man. One of those days. One of those days, I say. One of those, like, I don't know, months, years, lifetimes. It is much kinder to myself to say, oh, one of these days, though. Yeah. One of those days, somewhat like the 365 before it. I can't do the math more than that. Okay. So, gonna julienne a pepper as well. I just put a divider in my prep bowl. If you have prep containers that have dividers in it, they can be a lovely thing for saving room in your fridge. So my kids usually choose a song that they love to listen to, like on repeat, and seriously on repeat. It'll just be over and over and over again, the same song. And this week it's been Teenage Dirtbag, and I'm kind of loving it. Talk to me about that next week, but I think I've kind of decided that it's going to be my new karaoke song, like if I ever go out or go to karaoke. I'll keep practicing while I'm cleaning and stuff, you know? But when I'm blasting it to myself in the van, you know, soccer mom style as we're going around, I can't help but feel like I'm really awesome at singing it. I don't have anybody to tell me otherwise at this point, so. There we go. Got some peppers, got some carrots. Those will be ready for my spring roll bowls. That was juicy. What shall we do next? I'm gonna take Kate. Oh my goodness, go back to bed, Caitlin. Going to take care of some limes here. So make sure you get your limes nice and clean because we're gonna zest and then we're gonna juice. So I want a teaspoon of lime, zest. If you get a little extra, you can save it and put it in some other things if you want. Like it just gives such a nice lime flavoring to things. Oops. think I need a little bit more. Nothing smells better than that. Like just using fresh citrus just smells so good. I'm gonna juice these couple limes too. I want about 3 tablespoons of juice. That's good. I can save that other half and use it with a something. Okay, now you can also chop some lettuce if you would like to. I bought the lettuce that's already like chopped this week. I know, bad prep shower, but you know what? Everybody needs a shortcut. We all need a shortcut. You can't possibly do all of the things. So, but there's got to be a balance, you know, like if you take all of the shortcuts, you're going to end up paying for all of that convenience because you like all the processed stuff, prepared stuff, there's a convenience tax on it. So you got to look at it and be like, well, is it worth it this week? Or if there's a sale on something, whatever, you just got to measure it, pocketbook versus convenience, and then see what's worth it. And what's worth it is exactly what you decide it's worth. Okay, so on to level 2. Our chicken is just about all pressured up, which is sweet. See, it does itself while we're doing other things. So I'm using the same cup zester that I was using. I'm just gonna use it for the Parmesan now. I just gave it a rinse because I figured my kids probably weren't gonna want lime flavored Parmesan cheese on their spaghetti. It could be a thing. Maybe I could make it a thing, but I don't think it'd be working on them. I once heard if you ever think that you're good at selling things, if you ever think you're good at sales, just try selling it to a child. Trying to sell vegetables to a child can be awfully difficult. So you can use however much or however little parm you would like to use. I think that is going to be plenty, probably more than my 1/4 cup, but my kids love stinky cheese, as they so lovingly call it. So, kind of the nice thing about this cup zester, it has a lid. I can just store it right like that in the fridge. Doesn't take up much space. Okay, upwards and onwards, shall we? Gonna do making the sauce. Ooh. Like, do I want to double this sauce? This sauce is really good. No, I think I'm just gonna go regular. Just because my kids generally don't eat sauces. Sorry, I got a hair on my face maybe. I don't know if I'm growing a mustache, if I've reached that point in my life, or if it's, not me growing a mustache. I don't think it was me growing a mustache. Use a little touch of our lime juice there. Awesome. Some mayo. Man, I love cumin. Like, it smells like armpits. It smells like armpits, but it tastes delicious in things. I don't even know how the two can equate, because I guarantee you it is the only time I ever want to eat anything that smells like stinky armpit. And I don't know, is it just that it does it with confidence? Because I can think of no reasonable reason. Like, how did somebody first have cumin? How did they even manage that? If they're like, oh wow, that that kind of smells like when I get really sweaty, like after I've been working really hard. And maybe it was like something where you figured you could incorporate its superpower. Be like, well, since it smells like sweat, maybe it's already put in some of the heavy lifting. Thereby, I won't have to work as hard because it's going to give me some of its like hardworking soul or something. Or maybe it does. Maybe cumin allows you to work harder because it already smells like sweat. Could be, could be. Nobody can tell me for absolute certainty that it doesn't. So I'm going to go with, that's my story until proven otherwise. Just going to give my cup here a rinse. Okay. Because I'm going to use, it's a measure all cup. This little thing. Well, this is the mini version. It's called a mini measure all cup. And it's seriously just like the best little thing for measuring things like mayonnaise, honey, peanut butter, anything that's kind of goopy. It loves the goopy stuff. Anything that you generally have to like scrape into a measuring cup and then scrape out of a measuring cup, this will do the scraping out of the measuring cup for you. It's kind of a magical thing. Here we go. Oh, making peanut sauce. So this is completely optional. If you already have peanut sauce that you know, that you like, that you trust, you can most certainly use that instead. I am just making my own peanut sauce because I already have all the ingredients here. It's easy. I can make what I need. If I buy a peanut sauce that fits all of my restrictions, it's gonna kind of be ridiculously expensive. So I can save a bit of that money just by putting my own together. Now, I'm going to be putting together everything except a little bit of water to thin it out, and that's intentional. I'm going to do that on the day of. All I got to do with this at that point, because this is going to firm up in the fridge anyway, is just add a little bit of water until it thins out to about what I want to have to work with. You can put honey, you can put maple syrup, heck, you could put sugar if you wanted to. Just a little something to sweeten it up. Oops. Maybe a lot of something to sweeten it up. Can't really go wrong with this stuff. Two cloves of garlic, but there's one clove that's kind of like, it looks like it's a little married. You know, it's 2 cloves, but is it? It's kind of like 2 that became 1, so we're just we're just gonna keep those ones together. My goodness, that was enthusiastic. Awesome. So just gonna give this a little mix together. Won't take much. It'll look gnarly, 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 and then it'll look fine. I like knowing to have recipes for like little things like sauces, right? Because it's like, oh, sometimes you might want a peanut sauce and you don't want to have to go to the store and get some. Maybe you don't want 1,100 meaningless jars on the side of your fridge. But if you have one good recipe for it, like, or one easy recipe, one recipe that you know that works, then on the day when you're like, man, I'd really like some peanut sauce to dip my pizza in, because that sounds kind of good. Or maybe some to throw in your vegetables, or make homemade spring rolls, or whatever. You have a recipe. And if you already have the basic ingredients that go into it, you can whip that up in like 2 minutes. And you're good. But you know what we don't have to whip up in 2 minutes on the day of our spring roll bowls? Peanut sauce, because it's already made. Look at that. We are just rocking it. Okay, I'm going to crush up some peanuts. This is entirely optional as well. You don't have to crush up peanuts if you don't want to crush up peanuts. I'm going to. Just to go on top of the spring roll bowl, kind of finishes it off. Go. Let a little bit of air out of this. You can use pretty much anything you want to crush nuts with. I'm just gonna grab a cup. You just grab a cup, it's easy. I like putting it in a little bag of some sort. You can use a rolling pin if you want to. You can put them in a sandwich bag. You can put it kind of between some, what's that paper that you bake on? Parchment. Parchment. You can put it between some parchment paper and crush it that way. Whatever works. There we go. Got ourselves some crushed peanuts. Nice and easy. That cup's fine. It'll just go back in there. Guys, we still got 5 minutes left on the chicken, but everything else is literally done. So once that chicken's done, I'm just gonna take it out and put it in a container. Nice, easy prep. All of your stuff is prepped pretty much. It's gonna be thrown together, and by the time the chicken's done, it's really not bad. It's not a bad investment of your time. So I hope that this week when you're making these meals, you feel good about it, you enjoy the meals, and they come together really easily because that's where the magic happens, okay? So have a great week. Thank you so much for being here. Don't dote for a second. This was self-care, and I hope to see you again next week. Bye-bye.